Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Today's Wednesday. It's box day and we're here to do this tutorial. Hopefully this is the last take of this tutorial. I am struggling tonight, so if I say the wrong thing, I'm sorry. I'm not redoing this tutorial. Just check the description box for the correct measurements. They're correct because I've used them 4 times now. Anyway, this is what we're making. Super cute box on a card. You can write get well soon. Happy birthday, whatever you want on the top. I opted to leave mine just the pattern paper, but my thought behind this was I bought this sinus medication because I get a lot of sinus headaches, and so I got this one. Popped off 4 of them, and I was like, wouldn't it be so cute to have like some medication in a little box and you can write a get well soon on the top or on the back or whatever. So that's what I kind of came up with. And you know, I was like, okay, I want the box to be on front of the card. Now, I could have made it so the box was just attached to the card, but then I wouldn't have a border. And you know, I'm a border girl. I love me a border. And this piece here would have had extra score marks, which would have annoyed me. And I didn't want to have to mat. Obviously, on this pink one, I would have to mat or, you know, put a message or whatever I want up there. But I didn't want to have to do it like this. I don't have to mat anymore. All I did was add this and a couple little butterflies and these things, and I was good to go, right? So that's how I came up with it. Also, I definitely wanted to make it so it can fold flat. So that way, if you're making these for a craft fair, you can sell them like in a batch of 10 for like $5, and your customer can fill them with whatever treats they want and decorate them how they want. I would recommend doing some solids, some patterns, you know, for the various holidays. This would probably go great for Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. You know, put your paper scraps on there. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna cut our base paper at 3 by 4.5. Okay, so if you're using directional paper, make your 3-inch cut first. It's gonna be from left to right, and then rotate your paper and make your 4.5 cut. So that way your direction is correct. Okay. If you're using cardstocks and solids, it does not matter. So 3 by 4.5. Put that to the side. Now we're going to cut our paper for our box. Okay. And I honestly don't remember if I did the box tutorial with you, so we're just going to do it again. Sorry if this is repetition. But again, I've done this 2 or 3 times. And I keep saying like the absolute wrong thing, so it's like super hard. All right, so I'm going to show you really fast because I'm not going to waste another page. But my item that we're putting in, my medications, was 2.5 by 1.25 by half. So put your half, 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 and half. Put those all in there, okay? Your left to right, 2.5. Your up and down, 1 3/4, because we know this number is our left to right, this number is our up and down, this number is our thick. Okay, so 2.5, 2.5, 1 3/4. Okay, you're gonna math. You're gonna add them up. So all of these, half, 3, 3.5, 6, 6.5 by 1, 2, 3 3/4. Okay, we're going to score on the long side at 1/2 inch. That gets us here 3 inches, 3.5, and 6. Our up and down is going to get us 1/2 inch and 1, and I will write in the rest of the numbers when we get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut our paper. This is where I was saying the absolute wrong thing and messed myself up. So I stopped and redid the tutorial. So again, if you have directional paper, the 6.5 is going to be your left to right. So you're going to put your paper right side up in your paper trimmer, and you're going to cut it at that 6.5. Okay. If you're using non-directional paper, it doesn't matter which measurement you start with. Okay. And then 6.5 by 3 3/4. But directional paper absolutely matters which side you do what. How do I know? Experience from making the wrong cuts. Alright, I'm completely zoomed in and I know it, but you'll be fine. Alright, so on the long side, we're going to score it at 1/2. Three, 3.5, and 6. Short side, we're going to score it at 1/2 and 1 on both sides, 1/2 and 1. Okay. So for my scoreboard users, that's 1/2 inch, 1, 2 3/4, and 3 1/4. Yep. Okay. Get your bone folder. Let's varnish. And you know what, to be honest, if you miscut your directional paper for whatever reason, don't throw it away. Complete your box and just turn it this way. There's no rule that says your box has to be horizontal. That's just the way I wanted mine. You can make it vertical. Don't throw that paper away. Or cut your base card wider or shorter, or what, you know, whatever to make it to accommodate whatever oopsie daisy you may have made, because nobody knows what it's supposed to look like when they buy it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't know what your idea was to begin with, so they're just going to see a cute little box on a paper, you know. Anyway, so get your scissors, and same as always, we don't need, starting from the right hand side, we don't need 1 2 3 4. We don't need any of those. So what I like to do is come to this score line here, the one right here, cut up and cut off all 4 at the same time. You can do what you want, but those 4 boxes need to go. If you need to cut one at a time out, cut one at a time. What you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. Here we go. And we look like this, okay? We're going to miter, we're going to miter, and I'm going to cut off just a little bit because I already know I kind of mismeasured a little bit. So, yeah. Alright, this is your starting position. I'm going to come up to this first vertical score line, up slightly more than half, miter, miter. Those scissors weren't making me happy. I'm going to come to this next score line, cut up, cut off a little bit more than half, miter, miter. What you do to the bottom, you need to do to the top, so rotate, score line. A little bit more than half, miter, miter, score line, up, a little bit more than half, miter and miter. You're going to clean up your mess, pull out your corner rounder, and you're going to round your corners. This. gosh. Whatever. All right. All right, back to starting position, fold over, varnish, glue. Ooh, that's way too much glue. Making sure you get the folded edge really, really well. Fold over and glue. Let it dry. Okay, then your box is done. So now you need to, well, let's make sure our box actually works. Everything's functioning properly. It's a little snug. Okay. It's not dry. Yo, what did I do here? I mismeasured on my flat, but I'm not caring because it's not a big deal. It's like a tiny bit off right there. I don't care. This one is just a bit too snug. That means I didn't cut all of the score line off. So I'm just going to cut off just like a petty little bit of amount at a time. And make sure that, yeah, that's all I needed. That petty little bit. Okay. So now what you need to determine is how do you want your box to open. What I mean by that is this one opens on the front. So see how easy that was to pull out. This one opens to the back. Again, easy to pull out, but not as easy as the front. Okay, you want to see that again? You gotta like kind of dig that out. So that's what you need to decide. This box here, because it looks crazy and you know the opening going this way, I would glue it this way on here. Because I don't want anybody to see that oopsie daisy, I mismeasured or I cut wrong or, you know, the price of rice in China went up. I don't know what happened, but something happened there. So I don't want people to see that something happening. So I'm going to glue my box and it's going to open this way. Okay. Not a big deal. A little harder to open, still very beautiful. But if your box looks good, then glue it this way. This one I had to glue this way because I accidentally marked with a pen on the other side. And so then I decided to do little finger pulls and I was like, oh, that's so much easier to open. Cool. So just determine which side looks best, and that's the side that's going to go on top. And this one, I honestly don't even know which side this is because I just put glue in. So you can determine if you want to cut your corners. I rounded the pink one. I scallop cut this one. And this one I left rectangle, pointed. Oh, it is open to the back. Okay. There you go. And that's it. You let it dry. And then you decorate it however you want. And add whatever snacks you want in there. Alright guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye.